In this particular module, I want to talk about visual learners. Now, what are some study tips I can give you if you think you might be a visual learner? Well, the first thing is to always write down important points. If you were to go, for example, to a certification review course, make sure you take copious notes and then look at those notes again, because as a visual learner, you may learn more by reviewing your notes or the manual that came with the course than you will from actually listening to the lectures during the course itself. Also, it might seem odd, but because you are a visual learner, you're probably easily distracted by visual things. So consider studying in a place where there's less activity. Close the door to the room where you're studying so you don't see activity going on around you. Make sure that windows or the shades on the windows are closed, because you could easily be distracted by the things going on around you. The less distractions there are in your environment, the better you will retain the things that you're studying. Another thing that's recommended for visual learners is that we do recommend you do a lot of reading. And a great way for a visual learner to find their roots, so to speak, when reading is to scan a chapter before you read it in the book. Look at the headings, get a feeling for the chapter, look at the graphics and the pictures before you start reading. And you may find that using that approach will increase your retention of the material. Flashcards are a great way for visual learners to study. Write out flashcards. Maybe on one side of the flashcard there's a trigger that helps you trigger what you need to remember, and then the back side of the flashcard would have on it what you want to remember. So perhaps you want to memorize, for example, the symptoms of myasthenia gravis. On the front of the card you would write symptoms of myasthenia gravis, and then on the back you would write those symptoms. Because you've written them on the flashcard, it'll help you as a visual learner remember it, and then you can reinforce that by reading the flashcards later on. And then, of course, as you might know, Solheim Enterprises, we have a series called the Pocket Pearls books, and those contain thousands of one-sentence pearls of information that you'll find useful in preparing for both the CE and the TCRN exam, and they would be perfect if you're a visual learner. I hope you found this information helpful, especially if you're a visual learner. And just remember, we have a whole series of these videos available to you to help you prepare for the certification exam. Good luck.